In a shocking turn of events, the music industry has been rocked by a series of revelations that have sent shockwaves through the lives of some of its biggest stars. At the center of this scandal is none other than the Queen Bey herself, Beyoncé Knowles-Carter. What began as a routine investigation by the FBI has uncovered a web of deceit, corruption, and criminal activity that has ensnared some of the most powerful figures in the entertainment world, including Jay-Z and P. Diddy. The fallout from these revelations has been nothing short of catastrophic, with Beyoncé reportedly suffering a complete mental breakdown and losing consciousness in the aftermath. In this exclusive exposé, we'll delve deep into the shocking details of the FBI's findings, the devastating impact on Beyoncé's life, and the far-reaching consequences that have rocked the very foundations of the music industry. Prepare to be captivated, shocked, and left breathless as we uncover the truth behind this unfolding scandal. It all started with a routine investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, probing into allegations of financial irregularities and potential criminal activity within the inner circles of the music industry. Little did the agents know that their inquiry would uncover a web of deceit and corruption that would shake the very foundations of the entertainment world. According to sources close to the investigation, the FBI's initial focus was on the financial dealings of P. Diddy, the influential music mogul and entrepreneur. However, as the agents delved deeper, they uncovered a startling connection between Diddy's activities and those of none other than Jay-Z, Beyoncé's husband, and one of the most powerful figures in the music industry. The evidence gathered by the FBI painted a disturbing picture of a complex network of illicit financial transactions, money laundering, and even ties to organized crime. Both Diddy and Jay-Z were implicated in these activities, with the agents uncovering a trail of evidence that pointed to their involvement in a vast criminal enterprise. But the revelations didn't stop there. As the investigation progressed, the FBI agents stumbled upon even more shocking information: a series of disturbing allegations and incidents involving Beyoncé herself. The details of these findings were so explosive that they would ultimately lead to Beyoncé's reported mental breakdown and loss of consciousness. The news of the FBI's findings quickly spread through the music industry, and the impact on Beyoncé was immediate and devastating. According to eyewitness accounts, the singer was devastated and overwhelmed by the revelations, which had shattered her carefully cultivated public image and threatened to destroy everything she had worked so hard to build. Beyoncé was absolutely distraught, said a source close to the singer. She had no idea about any of this, and when the news hit, it was like the world was crashing down around her. She couldn't believe that her husband and her closest friends were involved in such a massive criminal enterprise. The emotional toll on Beyoncé was immense, and it soon became clear that she was struggling to cope with the fallout. Reports emerged of the singer experiencing severe panic attacks, anxiety, and even moments of complete dissociation, where she would lose consciousness and become unresponsive. It was like Beyoncé just shut down, the source continued. One minute she'd be fine, and the next, she'd just collapse and become completely unresponsive. It was terrifying to witness, and it was clear that she was in the midst of a complete mental breakdown. Beyoncé's team quickly moved to shield her from the public eye, whisking her away to a private facility where she could receive the intensive care and support she so desperately needed. But the damage had already been done, and the singer's once pristine reputation had been irreparably tarnished. As the investigation into the FBI's findings continued, the impact on Beyoncé's life became increasingly clear. Not only had the revelations shattered her personal and professional relationships, but they had also threatened to destroy everything she had worked so hard to build over the course of her illustrious career. One of the most devastating blows came in the form of Beyoncé's relationship with her husband, Jay-Z. The evidence gathered by the FBI had painted a damning picture of Jay-Z's involvement in the criminal enterprise, and Beyoncé was reportedly devastated by the betrayal. Beyoncé was absolutely crushed, the source revealed. She had built her entire life around Jay-Z, and to find out that he was involved in all of this, it was just too much for her to handle. She felt completely betrayed and lost all trust in him. The fallout from the revelations also extended to Beyoncé's professional life, with many of her closest collaborators and industry allies distancing themselves from her in the wake of the scandal. Lucrative endorsement deals and performance opportunities dried up, as companies and event organizers scrambled to distance themselves from the tarnished Queen Bey. Beyoncé was at the top of her game, and then suddenly, everything just fell apart. The source continued. She went from being the most sought-after artist in the world to being persona non grata in the industry. It was a devastating blow, and it's going to take a long time for her to recover from this. As Beyoncé continued to grapple with the emotional and professional fallout from the FBI's revelations, the toll on her mental and physical health became increasingly apparent. Reports emerged of the singer struggling with severe depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts, as she struggled to come to terms with the magnitude of the scandal. The fallout from the FBI's revelations has extended far beyond Beyoncé's personal and professional life, with the scandal threatening to upend the entire music industry. As the investigation has continued to unfold, a growing number of high-profile figures have been implicated in the criminal enterprise, sparking a wave of public outrage and calls for sweeping reforms. One of the most significant consequences of the scandal has been the erosion of public trust in the music industry. Fans and consumers have been left reeling, questioning the integrity of their favorite artists and the industry as a whole. This has led to a significant decline in album sales, concert ticket sales, and overall engagement with the music industry, as people grapple with the realization that the very foundations of the industry may have been built on a foundation of corruption and criminality. The scandal has also had far-reaching implications for the legal system, with the FBI's findings sparking a series of high-profile criminal investigations and prosecutions. Both Diddy and Jay-Z have been charged with a range of offenses, including money laundering, racketeering, and conspiracy, and the trials are expected to be some of the most closely watched in recent memory. But perhaps the most significant impact of the scandal has been the way it has shaken the very core of the music industry, forcing a long-overdue reckoning with the systemic issues that have plagued the industry for decades. From the exploitation of artists to the concentration of power in the hands of a few industry titans, the scandal has exposed the deep-rooted problems that have long been swept under the rug. As the industry grapples with the fallout, there is a growing sense that this scandal may be the catalyst for a much-needed transformation, one that could ultimately lead to a more equitable, transparent, and ethical music industry that better serves the needs of artists and fans alike.